Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing? One second here. Got to do something that I forgot. All right. Good morning, Chris, Max, Jay, Steph, Enrico, Will. Hey, good morning, everybody. All right. The one thing about being off on like Friday or not trading on Friday or going live and stuff is that you know, it gives me like a 3-day weekend, and sometimes I gotta get back in the tune of things. So, like this Wednesday is FOMC, so I won't be trading Wednesday. But that's just one day. That's nothing. That's no big deal. But all right, let's go back. Let's go into the chart. Let's look at the weekly chart real quick. It's Monday, so let's hop into that. And by the way, for y'all on the stream right now, oh, you know what? I got to take off this Apex sell real quick because that is no longer. One second. All right. Yeah, hit that like button if you don't mind, because I just realized over the weekend, this morning actually, I woke up to a notification that I crossed 10,000 subscribers. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. That's kind of crazy. I can't believe. So, there's a few things I'm working on actually to build the community, up, the Discord and a couple things. So if y'all notice any permissions change, y'all can't see anything, let me know, because I was messing with it late last night and there was a couple things I was probably messing up. I'm just kidding. It should be all right. But the weekly chart here, man, looks ugly. Look at this long wick from last week. Man, just an ugly looking chart. I don't have much to go off of on that weekly chart. The daily chart, you see this the big volume imbalance, big gap down. We traded up through that last week. Then we had this volume imbalance here. We did trade through it, rebalanced it, but we didn't close underneath it, which is fine. Don't need it to, but we did trade through it. All right, not much else on the daily chart I'm looking at, to be honest. Just really not. This is still that same ugly area. Still there. The 4-hour chart, not much either. Look how ugly that looks right now. Got this wick up, wick down. Lots of back and forth action in between. Not much there. The 1 hour, we still have this huge fair value gap here. We have one here as well, but we've traded through it so many times, I'm really not concerned about it. I haven't addressed this big gap yet because that's the new week opening gap. But now we had this inversion here, and we're just kind of pushing up. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. The 15-minute, we have this London range. I had this marked out because I knew we were going to go up through this high because we kind of left relative equal highs right here. There's not much to the short side. Of course, here, like I said, is that new week opening gap. We've just been in it. And I don't have much because right now I was looking at this dealing range from this high up here down to this low. And in between, basically what happened is we created this inversion right here, had a fair value gap in here, kind of a little action. Then we had this fair value gap form. We created some relative equal highs here, pulled back to this fair value gap, this 15-minute one, and now we're pushing up higher. So if we get right now, what I'm looking at is this area as kind of a crucial area. We have an old New York session high there. If we get through this, then I just think we're going to keep going up. I don't really see much of a reason to head down. The market's going to open. But, I don't have strong reason to head down. We could, but I don't have a strong reason. I'm kind of neutral so far on the day. But it is FOMC Wednesday, so today and tomorrow just got to be very careful. And, of course, I won't trade the day of FOMC. And I recommend encourage everybody to not trade that day unless you trade after FOMC, after 2 p.m. So now that we've taken this high, let's see if we do come back. And basically, since we've taken the London high in this area here, if we do come back down, this is my next area that I'm looking at as a crucial area. If we trade below this, then yeah, I'll be looking for some areas below. But so right now I'm just kind of looking to see which one do we get past. Do we get past this area or this area? So we'll see. And I'll probably wait for, well, we'll see. We'll see what we do here. And let's go to the 8:30. Let's mark my 8:30 opening price here, and then I need to mark my midnight opening price, which is right here. And then I need to go to my 1 hour. I mean, I'm sorry, not 1 hour. 1 minute. And let's check for this opening range gap, which we got. See, we opened up here. There's the close. We almost, look at that. Here's the low. Look how close we got to the low there. The opening range gap, the low of the opening range gap, but we didn't get it. All right, so let's see what the market has in store for us. Good morning, AO. Good morning, Tony. Greasy. Happy Monday to y'all. All right. Let's see. Let's see. How'd everybody do on Friday? Did y'all have a good day Friday? I saw the market just like ran up. It looked like. I really didn't look at it much. Still just watching all this silver crisis going on. This is insane. It's expected. I mean, it's kind of what I expected, but man, that thing is, I'm looking right now, it's almost at $110 an ounce. That's just insane. And gold crossing 5,000. No bueno Friday? Well, as long as you didn't tilt and you kept your money management, that's all good. I'm leaning more towards getting through this because I really don't have a very strong reason for it to come down. Like I say, I need a strong, I mean, I don't have a strong reason either way right now, but at the moment, the way it's looking, I mean, you have last week's high, previous day high, well, Friday's high up there, and we may run up and take that out before any kind of down movement. We'll see. Yeah, there you go, Will. If you did tilt, you're in the right place because plenty of people here that'll help you through that. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, I really want to have a focus on, obviously most of us, including myself, like, we're not where we want to be, right? But I always have this saying, I'm not where I want to be, but thank God I'm not where I used to be, right? So like, if you're not where you want to be, but you're at the same place where you've always been, you're not progressing. Like, you always got to look to progress somehow. So that's what, like, as people, I'm trying to a lot of what I'm doing, I'm trying to have a kind of like a nice system. I mean, y'all know, if y'all are in the Discord, the community's great. Like, I love the Discord community. We don't have, you know, 10,000 people in there talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. So we have great quality, and I'm trying to get, like, I'm gearing towards more newer traders and helping. I want to help people that are newer find a place to call home, that actually is going to help them succeed. So that's like my biggest goal right now. And so I'm doing a lot on the back end, to try to cater that to that. So we'll see. That's why I was messing with my Discord a little bit and trying to get it prepped for what I'm going to do. So there probably will be more people joining the Discord, but I think it's going to be the right people, is what I'm trying to say. All right, so I want to watch. So we're going to have this little fair value gap here. And this may be a day where we're just going to run up, because we got through this area pretty easily. And because of that, I think we're just going to go up here to that, take that Friday's high. Morning, Munch. All right, I'm going to see what happens when we come back into this one here. Because I do think we're going to keep going up. I don't have much reason to come down. I think we're going to keep going up to previous day high, but it's still early, so, you know, we could pull back and try to close that opening range gap or do whatever, but let's see what we get here. If I get an entry, I'll probably take it. 794. Yeah. Especially on days with FOMC, I like to get done early. I mean, weeks with FOMC. Like the Monday, Tuesday, if I can get done early or get something early, that's better. You gotta be careful because this could be just a draw on liquidity up here. We had that London high. We had this Friday afternoon session high. We're still in this 4-hour fair value gap, so just waiting here. And I will be fairly quick to move to break even, just because it is a little earlier than my normal time. If I do get in this, I don't like how it's like coming back though and doing what it's doing here, just for the record. In that we came a few ticks away from the low of that opening range gap, but we'll see. We will see. Not afraid to take my shot. All right. At this point, not a fan at the moment. Took a little deeper stab. Although on the 1 minute, it is respecting that fair value gap nicely. All right, I'm going to get long here. I'm going to stop at this little low. 801. My target, previous day high here. Let's see if we go ahead and get up to it and through it. I'm going to move to break even. We're up 100. I'm up 100 ticks here. So just in case this is a little stop run and it rejects up there, it makes relative equal highs at that wick on the 15-minute chart. It should get up there, but ooh, took me out. I almost moved my stop back. But am I still in? I don't think my stop. Let's see. What happened here? Took a. Huh. Yeah, my. That completely skipped my stop there. So that sucks. And I got one order here I can't get out of. Interesting. Come on, Ninja. Actually, it looks like I'm flat, but I almost moved my stop back to where my original place was, but oh, there we go. Now I'm flat. But yeah, I took a loss. Oh, I don't have my on my PA accounts. I went long at 801. Man, I got skipped on that. Pretty nasty. Not nasty, but I got definitely skipped on my PA accounts there and took a little loss. Took a little loss of about $180 on each account. Man, and I almost moved it back to where my original stop was. At this point, I got to wait. I'm going to wait because, and it's probably going to get up there too. Now, almost moved my stop. Oh, man. Almost moved my stop. I should have, because I would still be in this trade. I was getting ready to move it back down. Just because I wanted to just go ahead and leave my risk. Leave my risk there. Because at this point, like I say, I'm pretty sure we're just going to get through previous day high there. If I get another entry, I'll probably... I mean, I'll get back in if I get another entry. If I get another fair value gap here. Ah, that kind of sucks, but oh well. It is what it is. It is what it is. I was this close. I'm telling you, I was this close to grab my stop and say, no, I'm going to put it back to my original spot. Because I wanted to give it a little bit of room that it needed. Oh, well. What sucks is I was at break even, but I took a took a nice loss on my PAs. Man. That's like the saying that I hate. Green is green. Oh, well, I was green. Green is green. All right, let's see if we come back down into this one. See if I can get another entry before it flies up through my target there. Man, that sucks. Another little gap right here. Little fair value gap. There should be a little order block right here as well, so... see if it wants to come down to that order block there. This next swing high up here at 890. All right. See if I get an entry or not. One thing I don't want to do is force it. So I think pretty sure we're going to get up to it and through it up there. It's about to be 950 now. So maybe not. Technically created an inversion here. We have a little volume imbalance right there. Inside this order block. Still find it hard to believe we're not going to go up here and take previous day high. Let's see what happens. I'm fine with getting stopped out break even on this one. The only thing that sucks is that slippage. Man, because it should have been an even trade on my PAs. Oops. I don't know that this keeps going up for the moment, for the morning now. Still watching this though because all right, I'm going long in this. See if we can get up through this previous day high here. I want to see displacement up. I will be. If we fail, I'll move to break even again. If we fail to displace higher. Now that we took, I'll move into this high, this fair value gap right here to have pretty much a small stop because I don't want to see it come back down here. So now I'm going to have a 5-point stop here because I don't want to see it come back down. Like I don't want this to be a little stop run, a bearish breaker or anything like that. So if it comes back down here, then it could just go ahead and take me out and I'm fine with that. Because, yeah, see, I'm fine with that. Because what I don't want it to do is turn into a bearish breaker here and give a market structure shift and head down. Because I don't want it, like I want it, like it didn't even displace up here. It didn't leave no fair value gap or anything. And it may keep going, but I'm fine with that. Because too many times have I seen this where it leaves liquidity there, does this, comes up, gets right close to it, and then displaces lower. Way too often I've seen that. Except the bad thing is with all this spiking and stuff I'm getting a lot of slippage today. So that's really bad. Like I'm getting a lot of slippage. Because now at this point, if we get a bearish breaker, that'd be nice. But I still think we're going to go up, but we have a potential 15-minute fair value gap forming here. So if this leaves buy side liquidity up here and pulls back into this 15-minute fair value gap and then takes it, that's a possibility. So we'll see. Like, I just don't like that it took this high without displacement. No fair value gap. That's why I moved quick. I didn't want to see it come back to this. And you can say I'm being a little too conservative, which, hey, maybe that's fine, but I'm reading these candles based on my experience of seeing how they operate. When I see certain things, that's when I have to respect what I've seen in the past. So hey, if it goes without me, it goes without me. But on other days, on days that it doesn't work out and I get out with a lot of the reasoning that I'm saying, it saves a lot of losses. Like full losses. Even though today I'm getting losses with this stupid slippage. So when technically today I have had 2 break-even trades, but I'm down on my PAs. My live account was good. Well, except for this one here was a 5-point loss. So I should really only be down 5 points, but this dang slippage on that first one. You had bad fills this morning? My fills weren't bad. My fills were fine. It was just my exits because it just like would spike through my stop. Which, you know, they say it does that to replicate like Rhythmic and Tradeovate to replicate live trading. But my live account here got no slippage. My live account got filled. So my live account's fine. All right, we took previous day high. Let's see what we want to do here. We're getting this BISI now on the 15-minute chart. So now basically I want to see, are we going to pull back into it and continue up, or pull back into it and trade through it and go down? Because like I said, I'm pretty more on the neutral side of things. We still have a ways to go, though, that we could go if we're going to keep going long. Like I have, if I go to the 1 hour chart here, you have this swing high here. You have all this new day opening gap, new week opening gap here. This swing high. And then we still have that daily fair value gap up here that we never went up into. So now I want to measure this opening range. So we have 9:30. Where's 10 a.m.? So this is the high. The opening range. Okay. Here's equilibrium right here. 784.75 of the opening range. And then we have our deviations. 0.5 up here. -1. And this one, -2 dev, lines up perfectly with the daily fair value gap there. So let's see. And that equilibrium, the midpoint of that opening range is inside this 15-minute fair value gap. So I wouldn't be surprised if we make our way into it here, hit it, and go long from there. But we'll see. One of your PAs had 24 micros open. Dang. See, had I not got taken out of that first trade and I was able to move it, my stop back to where I was going to move it, would have eventually hit my target. And actually, and that was kind of like I really didn't have a great reason to move it to break even so quick. The only reason why I did, so that's why I probably should have, is because I was looking here, because we had gotten like right to these swings, little swing highs right here, and that's where we were kind of hesitating. So I was like, oh, well, I've seen a lot of times where it'll come up in here, this turn into like a rejection wick, and then it pull back. So that's why we moved to break even. But in hindsight, we're so close to this previous day high. That's why I was right before I got knocked out. I was like, well, let me go ahead and just let it go and accept the risk. There's only 20-something points anyways. What I don't want to happen, because it's that, and that's why I was talking about, I like to, on the FOMC week on Monday and Tuesday, try to get my trades in early, because what I don't want to happen is price just like stall out after, 10 a.m. Let's just keep watching here, having more patience, see how we start accumulating a little bit here. We're still underneath the previous day high, Friday's high, but also we're still inside the opening range. We created this opening range, the high at 958, and we're still inside it. So we'll see. We'll see. Do we want to pull back to this 15-minute fair value gap, this BISI, and then continue long? Or are we going to accumulate a little bit and then displace up and continue long? It's kind of what I'm looking at the moment. Because still, like I said, I don't really have a big reason for it to come down. All right. Now it's the waiting game. And there's not enough room in this for me to, if it does pull back to that 15-minute BISI, to take any shorts. So there's not enough room. Because y'all know that's what I like to do. Like if it just opens, if it opens and goes up, and let's say I don't get anything, creates a 15-minute BISI. If there's enough room and I get an entry to go short, you know, I'll typically like that and take it right down to that 15-minute BISI. But it has to be enough room, has to look good with, you know, everything else. Anybody get part of that long? Did anybody get that long and actually get to stay in it? Unlike myself. You're still in it? What was your target? You going for some big targets? No more low-hanging fruit? Uh-oh. That's a trap, Chris. Trying to go for big targets to clear windfalls. That's a trap. Be careful. Take what the market shows you. Would have hit profit target. Bailed for small profit. Still struggle with that. The reason I mean, yeah. I think once you feel real comfortable, Arsene, with reading the charts, in my opinion, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, getting out early and bailing on a trade, there's two reasons. It's one, you read something in the market, and then you got out, and then you're usually okay with that if you read something in the market. Or the other thing is if it's not something you read and you just got, you know, you're getting a little nervous because of, you know, how it's getting close and kind of pulling back, and you're just like, let me just get out. I personally feel like that's because you're not as comfortable with the reads yet. Because once you're really comfortable with the read, you're able to sit pretty comfortably. And if you do get out, like I said, it's because you did read something, like myself. I was reading these, and sometimes I'm not saying it's easy because sometimes I'm reading, I'm like, just like that last one, I said, let me move it here. If it pulls back to this fair value gap without displacement, I went out. And that one's fine for me to accept because I took a 5-point loss, and cool, that's okay. The first one's a little bit like, because I was already thinking in my head, let me move my stop and just accept the risk. And then it tagged me right before I did that. Those are the ones that can kind of be like, oh, dang it, I almost moved it. And then you get the slippage with it. Those are the things, in my opinion, that it's easier to spiral and tilt. Like, crap, let me hop back in. I shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 But I feel like if it's a trade that you're in and you're just watching it kind of oscillate like this, and you're like, and you're getting a little bit nervous, and you just go ahead and close it because maybe the read is not there yet. So those are kind of the reasons why I think that people in general get out of trades like early. So nothing wrong with it. Just don't let it tilt you. That's all. Yeah, see, Chris, that's like, you got to take your profit, man. I mean, unless you have a really good, strong target up above, but, reading these reads, I mean, that's why, like, I feel I'm way more comfortable taking losses or small losses with good reads. Because if I'm just shooting from the hip, that's where you lose your mind. Yeah. And it's all okay because, like I said, it's always a work in progress. Like, there's no wrong. The biggest key is awareness, because once we're aware of the things we're doing, then you can fix it, right? And that's why, I love my Discord group, because you got a bunch of people in there that are completely understanding. And when we talk, it's like, all right, it brings awareness. And then from there, you can fix things or improve. Not everything always needs fixing. You can make improvements, I should say. Let me clear this. So we have this SIBI right here, but this is not something I'm looking to short because we pulled back to that 15-minute fair value gap, and that's what I was looking to see that would happen. So now what I want to see is this become an inversion and us get displacement up in a fair value gap to continue higher. And I don't know that we actually hit this 15-minute BISI. We got very close. So let's see, what's this low here? This low is 803. This BISI is at 803. So it hit it to the tick. So cool. If we come up and create an inversion here with displacement with long, then that'd be something I'd be looking to take long. It's because you got to read the market, buddy. You got to read the market, Chris. It didn't hit it on M and Q. Yeah, anytime that there's like one tick precision, one or two ticks, then a lot of times it'll hit on NQ and not MNQ, or vice versa. It'll hit on MNQ and not NQ. Because usually there's like a 2-tick difference between NQ and MNQ at any time. All right, so now looks like we're going to get this inversion. Looks like we're going to get this fair value gap here. And then that's going to be where I want to look to go long. If we can come back into it. Yeah, I agree, Will, with what Will said there. Same thing. Even, I mean, hey, sometimes you still get that When you're sitting in a trade, you still get that. Like it might not fully ever completely go away where you're sitting in a trade and you kind of start thinking, especially the ones that don't just go straight to your profit, start second guessing, start thinking. But that's where you got to really, really, really rely on your money management and just know, hey, if it loses, it sucks, but I'm within my money management. I've only risked 20 points or whatever your risk is per trade or per day. And as long as you don't break that, you should be fine. All right, let's see. Let's jump down here. Volatility is increasing. You can see it spiking a little bit, but let's see what we get here. Kind of want this to come back up above here. To give me confidence that we're not going to pull back further. All right, let's see. Let's see. I'm not in yet. Not in yet. If we could take this little high here. See, we did not take the high of this candle that closed above. So I'm waiting. I wish it would have went deeper, a little deeper into that 15-minute fair value gap, but it's all good. I don't love the body. I was going to say the body's on the 1 minute. All right, I'm going long here. And I'm just going to be under this little swing right here. About a 20-point stop. Just going to aim for this 889 area. And let's see if it's ready to go or not. It may or may not be. But see, this one I'm fine with because I have my risk. I have everything in place. I'm just going to sit here. And let's see if we get this move up to about that 889 area. And it'd be great if we get this BISI right here. Because now we're heading into or outside of that opening range, and I like that. We can continue up if we're going to be bullish today. And if we get this BISI, I want to see this hold up nicely and not become an inversion at all. Touched that BISI there, so I want to see it just continue, obviously. And 1021's knocking on the door, so come on 1021, let's get us up there. All right, let's see if we can get there. I think we get through this, but like I say, I like to shoot for my low-hanging fruit. Now at this point, I'm going to move to break even because we're up more than 60% of the way to where I'm targeting. And I don't want to see it come back down to this fair value gap here. We have this BISI here. Come on, let's get through it. $10.21. If we can take this high now that we created and head up to this blue line, then I'm going to move my stop right up under this down candle. I don't want to see this pull back too hard. And I actually think we're going to get up here to this 0.5. But again, I don't like to try to overshoot, especially with a day today like today where I shouldn't be down as much as I am because of that slippage. So I don't really want to give back too much here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and move my stop up. So I really don't want to give back too much here. It may take me out, but I'm okay with that. I have this fair value gap here that I'm at the lower portion of it. Because if it stalls here, look at the bodies. If it stalls here, then it could pull back further, and I don't want that. Like, I don't want to give back that much. So what I really want to see is see how the wicks, like I want to see it just go ahead and just continue to displace higher. Hold in this fair value gap here. Like right now, it's just wicking through, which is fine. but now I want to see that displacement higher. I need to see it go ahead and just keep going, or it'll come down lower. Yep, got knocked out. All right. Well, that's probably going to be all for me today because it's not cooperating greatly. I'll accept that small win. Small win. But the way it's going today, like, man, little bit of a struggle there. So with how today went, with how I had that slippage, you know, managing the risk is important. And, you know, walking away with at least, excuse me, getting back what I missed on that slippage. And I really didn't make much per account, but hey, you know, I'm fine with that. Yeah, all good. Yeah, there we go. Green is green, baby. Oh, man. But yeah, see, had I not, and that's what I mean. That's why, like, reading the market is important. And sometimes you'll make your read and it's like, oh crap, they didn't do it. But a lot of times it will, right? And you'll be right, and you don't have to feel bad. Like, that's what I was saying. That's why I moved my stop here, because I figured if we come through this fair value gap, we're likely to pull all the way back down to here. Like, we're likely to, and I don't want to give all that back. I'd rather just recover and move on to tomorrow. So, and then but that's why I moved my stop up here, because I still gave it the chance. Gave it the chance that if it did, with these wicks, how the wicks were respecting here, that if it did go ahead and want to continue to displace and go higher, well, I'd still be in the trade. So, testing, look at that, right back down to previous Friday's high. So it probably will. And like I said, I mean, this may continue up, but I'm okay because nothing's guaranteed. So probably this will continue up. That would be my guess, that it'd come back down here and then might keep going up. That's fine, but I don't want to be a part of that anymore. And, you know, like I said, I don't want to give all this back up, because the time you're like, you know what, it's fine, I'll sit in it, I'll give that back up because, you know, I'm convicted it's going to go higher. That's the day it's going to just go wham. And you're like, now you've gotten a full loss on the day that you shouldn't have. So managing your trade is very, very important. And you just have to be confident with your trade management and also your money management, and just, you know, be okay with it. That's one of the things, being okay with it. Yeah, exactly. Well, like, the momentum hasn't been great. Like, just like here, the first trade that I took, there's no, it was in here, right? And it came up, no displacement. Pulled all the way back here. Then it looked like we were going to get displacement right here, but then pulled all the way back, took this high, no displacement, pulled all the way back, barely tapped the 15-minute fair value gap. That's what I was saying. I wish it would have went deeper into it. I would have felt more confident, but barely tapped it to the tick. And then here, looked like we were going to get displacement, and that's why I took the trade right here out of this fair value gap, but we didn't displace. And then finally, when we had this little change in state of delivery on the 15-second, that's when we finally displaced. But it wasn't very far. I mean, yeah, it was good, but wasn't quite as far as I was thinking it's going to go for the day. And then, you know, so, but it's also what you got to expect on FOMC week. Can't expect a whole lot the Monday and Tuesday before FOMC. So, anyways, that's going to be a wrap on my day. Hit that like button for me, please, if y'all don't mind. And, hey, again, thanks for subscribing and being here on the channel. And If you're not in the Discord already, make sure you head to the Discord. I'm going to be promoting my Discord quite a bit. But, you know, the right people will find it. The wrong people will weed themselves out. That's what I believe. And that's right, Will. There's a lot of earnings this week as well. So, yeah, I'm going to see if I can find or put together like an earnings calendar and share it. That way we know like what days to expect the big ones. And yeah, let's take it from there, y'all. If you're going to be trading the rest of the day, have patience. And I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. So have a great rest of your day. And as always, everybody, trade well. See y'all later.